Welcome to the speed test comparison between the new Pixel 7 Pro and the iPhone 14 Pro Max. We'll be doing everything from gaming to apps opening to browsing to RAM management. It's time to sit back and relax. Let's see how well the Pixel 7 Pro with its Android 13 and Tensor G2 combo stacks up against the iPhone 14 Pro Max and iOS 16. Now as usual, we're gonna kick things off by booting up both phones at the same time. Pixel 7 Pro on the left, iPhone 14 Pro Max on the right. Let's go. And just like that, the Pixel is done. iPhone just a little bit behind there, but not that much of a difference. In my testing, just like last year's Pixel 6 Pro, the 7 Pro is indeed faster than the iPhone. When it comes to the boot up, it's the same trend. Now in terms of the benchmark, the Apple A16 destroys the Tensor G2. You can see such a big difference in terms of scores. But this test is all about the real life performance, and that's where Pixel has really impressed me. And we're gonna see if that actually translates into this speed test right now. Now as usual, we're gonna kick things off with some basic system-based stuff just to see the animations. Starting with the calculator on both phones in 3, 2, 1, go. You can see it looked really smooth on both devices. And same thing when we exit the application, the way it just goes back. There's no skipping of the frame or anything. Really nice optimization. Let's see how well that translates into third-party app experience. So starting with Twitter application in 3, 2, 1, go. That was really quick on both phones, about the same time. If we quickly check out the scrolling speed, you can see that Pixel is looking just as smooth as the iPhone, and you can also see that it's loading the content way faster than iPhone with its scroll speed while keeping that same smoothness, and it's the only Android phone that can do that right now, completely on par with the iPhone's experience, even though Twitter is still not completely optimized, but it's working really good on the Pixel 7 Pro. Next up we have YouTube. And that looks to be slightly faster on the iPhone. Again, you guys are the judge here. If we scroll around, once again, looking very smooth on both phones. Next up, we have Spotify. That is definitely faster on the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Once again, in-app performance looking really good on both devices. Instagram. That looked to be really good on both phones, but the Pixel 7 Pro definitely feels like faster with the latest feed. Jumping to my profile, that looks to be same on both phones. Opening a feed picture, you can see pretty quick. Once again, scrolling is looking ultra buttery smooth on both phones. Of course, that 120Hz is making that experience even smoother for both devices. But let's see which one opens the Insta camera first. So here we go. That is faster on the Pixel 7 Pro. Let's try it one more time. Once again, faster on the Pixel 7 Pro. One more time. And yes, it is indeed faster on the Pixel 7 Pro. Looks like this round definitely goes to the 7 Pro thanks to its faster in-camera opening performance. But let's see if Pixel keeps the same energy with a third-party gaming application. So starting with Subway Surfers in 3, 2, 1, go. And this is where you can see the A16 is just too quick. Tensor G2 obviously not that far behind, but in gaming, Apple is just absolutely killing the game. Next on the list is Alto's Adventure. And okay, this is where the Pixel seems to be quicker, but we definitely had like more logos on the iPhone. So this could be related to how the app is built for iOS, bit of a difference there, but you can see Pixel was quicker, and we're just gonna start this game off. In-app performance looking really smooth on both devices. Let's go ahead and open something that's more demanding for the CPU and the GPU, so that's going to be the PUBG Mobile game in 3, 2, 1, boom. Once again, you can see the Apple A16 just blazing through the loading times, and it's already almost done. Yeah, it is now on the game loading time, and it's now in the actual game while Pixel is still loading. iPhone was about 5 seconds faster than the Pixel 7 Pro. Now let's quickly check out the actual in-game performance as well. Before we do that, just to quickly show you the graphic performance, you can see we have extreme frame rate as well as HDR option on both phones. But the iPhone does have the Ultra HD option as well if you want to take it to the next level. We are going with the HDR Extreme option, and let's start at the same time. Boom. And see which one loads the actual in-game speed faster. Okay, so you can see that it is indeed faster on the iPhone 14 Pro Max. First, we're going to play this game on the Pixel 7 Pro, checking out the performance, and it is looking really smooth. I can tell that it's close to the 60 frames per second with no lag whatsoever. I like how the Pixel has this more of a cleaner look because it's taking less space and it's just looking more pleasing to the eyes. Once again, coming back to the performance, I'm actually super surprised that there is no frame drop even in the extreme HDR settings. Let's quickly have a closer look at the iPhone 14 Pro Max, which is, first thing, it is definitely cooler to the touch compared to the Pixel 7 Pro, which definitely felt more warmer. Looking super optimized, especially if you notice the reflections and stuff, running it at pretty high settings. Still no effect on the frame rate or the temperature, which is something that was noticeable on the Pixel 7 Pro. It's still pretty normal, but iPhone definitely feels cooler. Overall, PUBG is looking great on both phones. Next up, we're going to jump into the browsing performance and see which one loads up the pages faster. Taking a look at the scrolling speed, that is looking really smooth on both phones. Once again, Safari versus Google Chrome, which is the default browser for the Pixel 7 Pro. Next, we have phonearena.com, and this time it looks to be about the same on both devices. Once again, in-app performance is looking absolutely lag-free. Now lastly, it's time to check out the RAM management and see if we have all the apps open on the background or not on both phones. Starting with the calculator application, you can see that is still there on both phones. Moving on to Twitter, that is still there as well. YouTube, Spotify, still there. Going back to the Instagram app. Now that looked like it did a feed refresh. I don't think it's a complete app refresh, so we're gonna give Pixel the benefit of the doubt, but let's see if it can keep up the games or not. So Subway Surfers, that is still there, and it's also still there on the iPhone, so you can just pick it up from where we left. So far, Pixel is looking really good and much better than the 6 Pro from last year, which pretty much refreshed everything. So jumping in to the Alto's Adventure, now that is refresh. iPhone is still keeping that in the memory. So we have our first refresh with the Pixel 7 Pro. Jumping into the PUBG Mobile application, that is still there. Pretty impressive. Again, only one refresh and is keeping the most demanding app that we opened still there. And finally, we are back to the browser. So incredible RAM management performance on the Pixel 7 Pro considering all the battery optimizations we have. Now last but not the least, we're going to test out which phone renders out the video faster. We have a 4K 60fps Sony a7S III clip on both phones. Both are able to handle the clip really good when it comes to timeline movement. We're going to render both of the clips in 1080p mode, and as you can see, the Apple A16 chip inside the iPhone 14 Pro Max is just blazing through the whole process, whereas Tensor G2 is taking quite a bit more time. This is where you see the real performance of the A16, where no other phone can match this level. A16 is the king, but the Pixel 7 Pro is right up there considering the price difference between these two phones. You're saving about $300 to $400 or even more depending on which market you live in, because especially outside of US, the iPhone is quite a bit expensive. Again, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. If you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe with the latest tech videos. I'll be doing my Pixel 7 Pro review very soon, so subscribe with the notifications on, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.